moving on.
Awesome
Chris, USA, Canada.
All right, so we got to do some Super Bowl talk last week, and I'm trying week by week to sort of bring the audience into my world a little bit. So, look, we're going to talk a little bit about American patriotism today. All right, obviously, we're all aware of what's going on with the U.S. and Canada right now, right? The tariffs and Governor Trudeau and the 51st state stuff, right? So, needless to say, that's got Canadians a little upset with us. So, at sporting events all over Canada now, whether it be the NBA or whatever's going on, anytime they've played the American national anthem, it's getting booed to the high heavens.
Can you guys cut you off right now?
Please.
Listen, you Canadian son of a bitch. You sit there and you don't say anything till this is over. But I love you. Don't move. Go ahead.
All right, so here's the deal. What I've come to love about sports is I love when like real life instances sort of like interject themselves into sport, because it brings fans in and it elicits emotion and like a buy-in that you don't normally have.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool time to bring fans on. You think about stuff like the 1980 Olympic miracle game, right? It was right in the midst of the Cold War. It was the U.S. and the Soviet Union.
Sick game.
Then if you're a football guy like me and you're an American guy, you might notice that in 2006, Hurricane Katrina just ravaged the New Orleans area.
Yeah.
And the community sort of like rallied around the Saints. And it was like one of the biggest stories in the country where they came and they won the Super Bowl on the back of Reggie Bush and Drew Brees and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously Rocky and Drago. Come on.
Hey, yo.
So I just want to show you guys quick. This is a little bit. Oh, so I'll just introduce you quick to the tournament. The hockey is running what's called they're running the Four Nations Face-Off. And it's a 2-week tournament that running at the All-Star break of the NHL season that pits like 4 countries against each other. So they're trying to do this in a different way than, say, the NBA, that kind of the all-star system is like falling down. And this was Saturday night semifinals game between the United States and Canada, where they made a specific announcement before to please show respect to the opposing team's national anthem. And this is sort of how it happened. If we could just play that video.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
If I was drunk and in there, I'd be punching people in the face.
Chris, you said they
I'm
had
dead
to.
serious.
They
Don't
tried
really
to
get there.
tell them to like, hey, please be respectful. Do
No.
they usually have to do that before
No,
games,
so-
or is it just because of the climate right now?
I took shit online because I said it's just terrible, and I have a bunch of Canadian followers who are like, you have no idea how bad it is up here. It's so disrespectful. And Trump threw gloves first. It's like, first of all, you're wrong, and you're an idiot, and you're a child, and you're wrong. Period. But you're booing a veteran who's singing that. I presume he's a veteran, unless he's dressed up.
Oh, no,
and
if
you're
he's a vet,
booing
it's a
somebody
vet.
for their service.
Right.
And you're asking for trouble, and there was a little bit of karma.
Well,
in
what's
this.
hilarious is that Canadians, even when they're faced with the president of another country that's saying, hey, we're going to overtake you and make you our 51st state, they're still like, yeah, we're pissed about it, but go ahead and play their national anthem anyway. Like, we got to let them do that
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
Then
Like,
don't play it. Yeah,
and-
just say we're
but,
not going to let you play it.
You know, booing is the most a Canadian can do when they're angry.
Well, there are like some unwritten rules that like you could hate a team in a different state or a different country. There's some things you just don't do. Booing their national anthem's generally one of them. The U.S. players heard this, and after the game, they talked about it, and they were like, we heard it, we were pissed.
Oh,
and
can
normally
you
they
imagine?
won't say that. So I just want to take you guys to the initial puck drop. This is the first second of the game after this happened, and this is how, like I said earlier, this is how the U.S. men's national hockey team tariffed the Canadians, like right at the puck drop. If we can play that first play. This is 1959. That's 1 second. The puck hit the ground, and so did the gloves.
Australia, how the hell would
so-
she know?
Now they got no helmets, and then I don't know if you're going to play the one where he takes him down without
Right,
the helmet.
so-
This one time I
that's-
went to a fight and a
so
hockey
check this
game
out.
broke out.
So this is 1 second in, and this is Matthew Tkachuk of Team USA. We can play the next clip, which is 4 seconds in, and this is his brother Brady Tkachuk beating up another Canadian. So we can play that. Nat, the next clip. So they go right back there, and that's his brother. And guys, if this reminds you of anything, it's Nat. If we could just show that picture of the old Bash Brothers from the Mighty Ducks. You guys
Oh,
remember
that's
those?
so funny.
So we have a legit Bash Brothers now
That's
on
so
Team
funny.
USA, which is pretty awesome. And then, guys, we can go back a mere 5 seconds later. This happened.
Another one.
Yeah.
that guy
I mean-
played for the
Oh,
Penguins
he's
at one
played
point.
for
Yeah, that
Oh,
guy,
but yes.
I'm convinced that was intentional.
He was trying to hurt him, I think. I don't know that he thought he was going to catch him in
Well, you
like,
know
the
what?
artery,
The
but
fact
yeah,
that he
it was
got off
bad.
with absolutely no
How come it's
penalties
allowed?
whatsoever.
The one sport where you have like basically knives in the bottom of your feet, you're allowed to fight.
on
That
Well,
doesn't
see,
make any
they're not
sense.
they're not
ice,
kicking.
on
I don't
ice.
understand.
Well,
That's
generally they
crazy.
don't kick.
Yeah.
So
But you
But you could
it is
fall and someone could be there.
Definitely.
And
It's
you're-
happened
weird
before.
though that this is the only sport. Like, why doesn't every other sport just go, hey, listen, if we both agree, let's whoop each other. Like, go meet me at the 50-yard line. I'll whoop your ass, and then that's it. If we hit the
well, I
ground,
mean,
it's done.
ratings are dropping significantly in a
So
bunch of
let
sports.
them-
This
yeah.
tends to be what drive. Well, look what's thriving. The UFC is
Slap.
thriving, right? It's what people are. It's kind of the way the.
Could you
America, that's
imagine
what
the
the world
PR nightmare if like you knocked Travis Kelce's teeth out during the Super Bowl?
Oh.
No, but
Like you
Wonder
just
if his
rip-
face is
ripped his helmet
insured.
off and just
Oh, for sure.
punched him a couple times.
The case you were talking about was the UK was the guy's name was
Yes.
Adam Johnson, who
Yes,
died.
correct.
Now I happen to be close friends with Adam Johnson, the lectern guy. And can you imagine you wake up or you're someone who's you read in the news Adam Johnson
R.I.P.
was
Adam Johnson.
but no it makes me very uncomfortable. I remember Clint Malarchuk getting his
Yes. Yeah.
jugular slit,
Yep, of
and
course.
the other one, the Russian guy, both of them didn't die because they got
Right.
the coaches pinched the jugular.
Yeah.
Makes me very uncomfortable to see human heads on ice fighting. But
it happens
there was
quite a
there was
bit,
some
too.
karma was doled out.
Yes, and so what's even crazier about this, right, is this is like the first family of American hockey, apparently, because this here is Team USA versus Team Canada in the Hockey World Cup in 1996. This is Claude Lemieux down here representing Team Canada, a notorious goon.
I remember.
Right? And who's that fighting on Team USA? That is NHL hockey legend Keith Tkachuk, the father of Brady and Matthew Tkachuk 20 years earlier. So we can roll that one too. This is Keith Tkachuk from 1996 doling out some punishment on the Canadians in the World Cup of Hockey. But how crazy is it that his two sons
Don't
in the
mess
same
around.
uniforms? Yeah.
Whooping that ass.
Yep.
Makes me very, very uncomfortable.
This is a, by the way, and you'd think this is they let them stay on the ground. This is a Canadian sport.
Right.
Canadians aren't fucking tough, but on ice, on skates,
And
they
Chris,
like to fight.
if I'm correct, we beat them in this
Well-
game on Saturday.
Well, this is what is so,
Yes.
you know, the beauty of this.
Poetic
is
justice.
right now we went into their building on their ice in their sport, and we beat them 3-1 to secure a spot in the finals. Now, this is another clip that's going around.
Up next, we're gonna beat Mexico in soccer.
I can't verify this one or if it's true or not, but this is another one that's going around. We can run that one really
is that
quick.
Trump? Is that Trump on the skates?
This is Justin Trudeau. Nat, if we can play this one real quick.
funny backwards.
How ridiculous is that?
I love
That
it.
this
But-
is
but-
going
but-
Because
around.
can you imagine, the Canadians are taking issue with Trump referring to Trudeau as Governor Trudeau. I was like,
Right.
you're right. He should have gone by his true moniker, which is like blackface McGropey Hitler, because that's who. I mean, but it's so amazing that people are now Canadians are defending Justin Trudeau being denigrated by Trump.
Well, it's one of
absurd.
those weird things where, like, I can pick on my little brother as much as I want, but you can't. Like, as soon as you start to bang on my little brother, it's not going to work anymore. That's.
I mean, it
the
kind of makes
feeling you
sense
get.
because like Pierre Poilievre was not super warm towards the proposition either, even though he's probably the furthest right wing viable candidate in Canada right now. He took that mentality of like, this is my, and you know what? Great. I actually was in support of that because it means Donald Trump is inspiring nationalism in every other country, which was always the goal. The goal was never to say American nationalism over everybody else. There's other countries out there that say their nationalism is better than everybody else's and everyone should suffer because of it. That's not Trump's version of nationalism. The Americans should take care of Americans and be proud to be Americans. Canada should take care of Canadians and be proud to be Canadians. And when everybody builds themselves up like that, the world is a better place.
Yes.
So great. By threatening to invade Canada, Trump is making Canada more nationalistic, and I'm here for it.
So yeah, so this happened. Like again, to add insult to injury, Justin Trudeau was there, and they showed him a couple of times, and it was incredible. And what did the U.S. do? This is funny too. Before you go play in another building in a tournament like this, you let their music people know like what we want to play if we score. So every time the U.S. scored, what shot through the speakers is Freebird. So how perfect was that? So we
man.
go into Canada
Beautiful.
when things are bad. They boo our national anthem. We go ahead and we beat them in their sport 3-1, and we do it behind Freebird every time we score a goal.
I love it.
And I'm telling you, there's not too many times in sports you really get to feel that like it's like a special thing when you get to, you know, unite around a sport. It's something that I know you could tell I'm super passionate about it. But yeah, it was cool. The atmosphere was incredible. And for a game that's, in theory, it's like an exhibition. Like this doesn't mean anything to anybody. It's just a exhibition game during the NHL All-Star break. And it wound up being like one of the highest rated TV events in the last 10 years. And now everyone's super excited because, oddly enough, the tournament wasn't over after this, just like in the 1980 Olympics. I think the misconception is when the U.S. beat Russia, they won the gold medal. They just won the chance to move forward by beating a better team. Well, right now, Canada won their bracket despite the loss. And then tomorrow night, it's supposed to be like one of the most watched events on TV. Now, in the finals, it will be Canada and Team USA.
Again?
But in Boston this time. So now it's on our turf.
Bob,
So-
I'm watching
Yeah.
that. I don't think they're gonna. Do you think they're gonna fight off the rip again?
I don't know that it would be in Canada's best interest because what's going to happen? They're just going to.
You think they're going to boo the anthem?
The question is going to be: is the American side going to boo the Canadian
Yeah.
national anthem? Because there was reprisals of booing. Somewhere, I want to say Tennessee, they were booing the Canadian national anthem.
I don't know how I'd feel that. Do we want to be like the high road?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Right.
In Boston. They're not only going to do it, they're going to be saying shit that you're going to be like, "Why? I've never even heard of that."
What I think Viva's saying is, are we gonna boo their
No,
anthem?
that's
So
what
that's
Vinny's
what
talking
I'm
about.
he's saying
I'm saying in Boston.
You're gonna get
I'm not pro it.
Well, I'm
because
saying-
listen, it's your national anthem. Have some respect. I wouldn't boo anybody's national anthem.
Right.
Boston
What I'm
boys
saying
are
is,
gonna boo the
I know
Yeah.
Boston. I spent all my best friends are in Boston, bro.
Yeah.
They're
Bunch of blackout drunk Bostonians.
They're gonna shit in their
They're not
hand
gonna let
and
this
throw
yeah.
it.
It would be very classy if they didn't.
I love Amy. Amy was
What
like,
is
they're
this
allowed to
game?
fight.
They're allowed to throw shit.
No, not the shit. not
Well,
the
I
shit,
mean,
but-
when the Panthers win, they throw rubber rats on the ice.
Yeah.
down
With the
here, so
Detroit
that's
Red
the
Wings,
whole
they
thing.
throw octopus on the
Yeah.
ice.
They do a
Real
full-
octopus.
What? Wait,
Amy,
wait, what?
Yeah, Amy, we're gonna go watch. Remember, we're
yeah.
gonna go
You
You have
watch.
to explain
Wild.
hockey
Why don't we
to
go
you
watch a
sometime.
Panther? The Panthers play here, right?
Yeah, they're playing Sunrise.
We're gonna go next week. We're gonna-
So,
Okay.
just a little sidebar. Like that's how I got my fiance into sport is by showing her hockey.
Oh,
She
yeah.
loves hockey.
Right.
Now she loves hockey and UFC
The
because she's a little bit of
drama,
a battler.
I mean-
Oh,
yeah.
Amy,
Yeah.
Amy,
Oh,
we're gonna bring poop and we're gonna throw it on the wall. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.